Hello everyone, my name is Ryan, coming to you from the DL Academy, and this is the continuation of our Python Sudoku solver. So if you don't know Python, make sure you go check out our course at thedlacademy.com. With that out of the way, let's keep going. So our previous tutorial, we we were going in a linear fashion and we were adding numbers possibilities whenever we found a zero and the zero had possible solutions available. Now, if there is not a zero, basically if we have a number, we also have to do something. So let's go back down here and say else. We're going to be saying if j is less than 8. Of course, we want to move forward, so we run our recursion with the Sudoku I and j plus 1. And then else, we run our recursion with j plus 1 and I. Now, our Sudoku is almost over. I think this is all. Now, what we can do is say print final Sudoku. It's just going to print or print Sudoku with our Sudoku, and then exit code 0 just to exit the recursion, and then just run solve Sudoku with the Sudoku. Hopefully this solves the Sudoku, and then we have an error because of course we need the I and J. So we start at case 0, so I0 and J0. And then we have an error. All right, so we get the error because after we finish solving the Sudoku, the I goes to 9, and this creates an error. So we have to go up here, I believe, up here and say if I is equal to 9, return 0. We can also say print Sudoku solved, and then simply print Sudoku with the Sudoku. Then hopefully it's going to work this time. And it worked, as you can see. No, it didn't work. It didn't work. This is great when it's not working. The error comes from the 9 when we're trying to move to another row. So this 9 right here. Oh, I lost it. Where was it? Okay, this 9 here. Whenever we're trying to move to another row, we always have to check with an 8 because of the way this is made. Okay, the error comes from here. So whenever we're trying to move back and get the coordinates of the previous empty case, we created the coordinates variable, but we didn't do our recursion. We forgot that. So we have to say solve Sudoku with the Sudoku and coordinate 0 for the x and coordinate 1 for the y. This way we can move to the previous entry that we saved inside our mega array. Now let's run it and check what the error is. Alright, so I figured where the error is. Here we say if j is less than 8, you move I, j plus 1. Here it's I plus 1. And then I also made a mistake here. It has to be 0 because every time we move back, we move down a row, of course we have to set the column, so the j back to 0. And we have to increase the I. So we made a mistake here when we're trying to get all the possible answers. We were looping through the rows and the columns. but we forget to check if the case or the position is actually equal to 0. So basically, when we're at the position here, um, and then we're looping through 0 to 8, and we're removing, for example, we're removing the number. We have to check that the case is not a 0. So we're going to say if Sudoku I A is not equal to 0, then we want to do this. Same thing for here. If Sudoku Bj is not equal to 0, then we want to remove the elements. Because, yeah, here we already checked, but let's check outside the try and catch statement. So we can say like this, here like this. All right, so I see where the mistake is. Here I forgot to put the index 0. So we have to specify that it's index 0 so that it gets, so it removes the number from all the possible answers. Now that we run it, now it should be the correct Sudoku, which it is. It is. Now this is the correct Sudoku. Let me just copy it here and then paste it right here like this. And let me bring my little website. So here it's an 8, here it's a 5, here it's a 2, 9, 4, 2. All right, as you can see, it says that you win. So the program managed to solve the Sudoku successfully. All right, so this was how to make a Sudoku solver in Python. This was a very, very short algorithm that I managed to build for you. As you can see, it's about 120 lines of code, so it's very short and it's a very efficient Sudoku solver which can solve almost any Sudoku as long as the recursion is not too long. So this was it for our Python course on how to solve Sudokus using Python. Make sure you go check out our Python course for beginners. Stay tuned and have a good one.